Come on. There we go. Good morning. I am now live everywhere. So welcome to Tuesday. I've been a bit lackadaisical this morning because I did not advertise this live. I normally do, but forgot to put the post out. So, hey, I'm human like the rest of us. And sometimes I forget to do things. So does it matter? I'm here anyway. How are you this morning? I hope you are well on this lovely Tuesday morning. And I decided this morning, because I kind of try and keep my content on point with discussions I've had, with things that have come up in the last week. And today I'm going to be talking about or discussing what is a scarcity mindset, because I have had too many conversations in the last week with people who are thinking that they are not good enough. There's not enough for them. Why should they be successful? There's been a lot of imposter syndrome showing up, a lot of comparisonitis showing up. So I decided this was a topic worth discussing this morning. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Mandy Nicholson and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist, an author, and a creative retreat owner in Scotland who is currently in the middle of big change. I currently help women to launch, grow and scale their businesses and make more money. I will continue to do that for the next year or so, but I'm on a journey to the next stage of my life, selling my mini castle, retiring my coaching business and planning the next big thing. And who knows what that will be, because I don't yet. It will happen and it will arrive in the next couple of months. So I'm always confident with there'll be something comes up. That is because I do not have a scarcity mindset. So that's why I wanted to kind of discuss that today. So I wanted to talk about it because so many people that I'm talking to are experiencing it right now, especially given the current social and economic climate. There's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of fear. So scarcity mindset is a mindset that keeps us stuck and holds us back from achieving what is our full potential. So the definition of a scarcity mindset, and bear with me because I'm going to read some of this off my notes. So I've got them up on the screen. The definition of the scarcity mindset is it's a mental framework rooted in the belief that there isn't enough, not enough resources, not enough success, not enough opportunities or abundance for me, for us. It's the feeling that there's just not enough for me. It doesn't matter whether that's money, whether that's time, whether that's love, or whether it's business opportunities. It occurs because the mindset often develops in response to societal messages, economic uncertainty, or personal experiences, or failure, or maybe experiences of lack. Okay, so if business is tough at the minute and you've not had any sales or you're showing up and things are not selling, that's where it comes from. And over time, it becomes a default way of thinking, shaping how we see ourselves and how we see the world. We make this assumption and blanket statement that there's just not enough at the minute. Everybody's experiencing problems. Everybody feels like this, and it's not everybody. We're projecting that outwards. So how does a scarcity mindset show up? How do you recognize it in yourself and others? It starts and it's rooted in fear and doubt. Fear and doubt, negative emotions. So you might hesitate to take risks or invest in yourself because you fear losing what little you already have. So you're not investing in yourself, in improving you as the root pillar of your business, let's say, because you're scared of giving up that little that you already have. It may show up as a limited perspective. So you focus on what's missing in your life and your business rather than seeing the opportunities for personal or business growth. It can show up as self-sabotage. So you hold yourself back from pursuing your dreams or goals. Rather than seeing opportunities for making more money, for growth, for building your business, building your life, building, the structure of your life and business. So your limited perspective, it keeps you on the negative emotions, and self-sabotage holds you back. It also can show up as reactive living. Think about that, reactive living. What is reactive living? You operate out of fear and scarcity instead of abundance. So you hold yourself in this fear and scarcity state of living, reacting to circumstances instead of creating opportunities. So if you can kind of work through this with me and recognize some of these things of how you might be operating in life at the moment. It also shows up as comparison and envy. Think about that. Constantly comparing yourself to others, or feeling envious because you believe others have more luck or resources than you have, when in actual fact, that's not necessarily the truth. So why is a scarcity mindset quite dangerous? And when I say dangerous, that's a big word to describe anything really, isn't it? Dangerous. Why is a scarcity mindset dangerous? It's dangerous because it limits your growth and your creativity. It has an impact on both. It keeps you stuck in cycles of survival rather than thriving. Okay, you're cyclically going on, just doing what it takes to survive. It can cause stress, anxiety, and burnout. Okay, big things. Burnout's a big thing, particularly for us neurodivergent folk. And it prevents you from seeing and seizing opportunities. So the opportunities might be already there in front of you, and you're not seeing them. You're not seeing them because you've got this limited vision. So how do you overcome this scarcity mindset? And it might not be there. It might just show up occasionally. It might be firmly there with you at the moment. So how do you overcome it? How can I help you to overcome this cyclical way of thinking that you may be experiencing at the moment? So first and foremost, and this is why I said it doesn't matter to me what I'm doing next. Yes, I'm selling my mini castle, and yes, I'm retiring my coaching business, and I've just taken the final cohort of women in. I'm not bothered about the next thing because I know I can do it. There is no scarcity mindset here. So shift your focus to abundance. I know there is enough money. There are enough resources. I have enough skills, knowledge, and experience to be able to create the next thing. I have no doubt about that. So start recognizing what you already have. What skills and knowledge do you have? What resources do you have? What things of value do you have? What is everything doing for you in your world? So your skills, your strengths, what opportunities, your network. How are you leveraging your network? So shift to abundance and then practice gratitude daily. Be grateful for the things that you already have. This is why I started by saying it doesn't matter to me what I do next. I know it'll work out. I already have a level of gratitude, acceptance, and acknowledgement for the things that I already have. You need to find that. The second thing that you need to do is to change your internal dialogue, that inner critic, and replace and reframe thoughts like there's not enough with there's enough for me, there's enough for everyone. Opportunities are everywhere. Affirm the abundance. Opportunities are one conversation away for you. One connection with your network away, one post on social media away. Change that internal dialogue and start doing the things that generate the enough There's enough for me. Opportunities are everywhere. There's enough for me. Opportunities are everywhere. The next thing you can do is set small, confident goals. You know, if you're living in this world where you've got this massive goal that you're not reaching because it feels so far away for you, bring it closer. Bring it closer towards you. Achieving small goals and small wins build your confidence. Do one thing today to change the situation that you're in. If that's creating a really good sales post and posting it on social media everywhere and doing the same one thing tomorrow, and you get one conversation out of that, that's a win. If you get one lead out of that, that's a win. Achieving small wins and small goals builds your confidence and shifts your mindset really gradually to see possibilities rather than limitations. Okay, and that's what I want you seeing for yourself is possibilities, not limitations. Okay, this is probably the hardest thing I'm going to say to you today. And this is the next thing that you can do if you are living with a scarcity mindset or that scarcity mindset shows up for you at any point in time. Is invest in yourself. And you've got to run away now screaming. Sometimes we think we can't afford to invest in our growth. But I'm a huge believer that investing in your skills, investing in your mindset, investing in your health, and honestly, I lead by example. How you do anything is how you do everything. I would never ask anyone to do something I haven't done myself. I've invested in my health in the last 9 months since September, and I hyper-focused on my health. And when you focus on one thing, it expands your capacity for abundance. Why does focusing on my health over the last year expand my capacity for abundance? Because I can do more. I have more energy. My thinking is better. My capacity for abundance in all areas is better because I focused on the last thing. I've already focused on abundance in finance, in property, in love, all of those things. And I'd left health till last. And now I've done it. And I like to make sure that I've done things before I ask other people to do them. So the next thing to do is to invest in your growth, your skills, your mindset, your health. It expands your capacity for abundance in all areas. Okay. The next thing that you can do is to surround yourself with abundance-minded people. People who think, like me, abundantly. Because if you are surrounded by people with scarcity mindset, you are going to stay in that loop and that cycle of scarcity if there's not enough. Because if everybody's moaning, let's just be honest about this, everybody's moaning that there's not enough and I'm not lucky, I know blah, 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 you know the moany people, yeah? Then that's how you will stay because you're in that. Move yourself away from them. Seek out communities or mentors who operate from an abundant mindset. They'll lift you and inspire new ways of thinking. Even just watching something like this, that's an investment in yourself. Watching my live on a weekly basis where I'm talking to you about these things that can help you in life and business. Okay, so seek out the people who are going to lift you up. The next thing that you can do, number 6, is practice being generous. I'm doing that right now. Okay, share your knowledge, share your time. I am sharing knowledge and time with you right now. I'm giving you resources. All right. Generosity reminds you that giving opens the flow of abundance. And it doesn't matter to me whether nobody is watching this live. Doesn't matter to me if nobody watches it on replay. If one person watches this and it resonates and it reaches them, then that's me being generous, sharing my knowledge, my time, and my resources. Yeah, because I want to remind everybody that giving openly opens the flow of abundance towards you and towards me. And the final thing that I want you to think about doing if you are struggling with this scarcity mindset is, and this is something I do all the time, visualize success and prosperity. What does that look like for you? Create a mental image of your success. What does successful you look like? What do you feel like in success? What are you wearing? Who's around you? What are they saying about you? Where do you live? Where do you go on holiday? What car do you drive? Whatever works for you, because something different works for everybody. Not the same visualization of success is the same for everybody. So what does successful you look like? Reprogram your subconscious to see possibilities instead of limitations. That's the difference. Possibilities instead of limitations. And remember, this is really important. Remember this. The scarcity mindset is a story we are telling ourselves. And stories can be changed. We have the authority to change the narrative anytime. Whenever you notice doubt or limitation creeping in, pause, reframe, and rewrite the story to focus on abundance and possibility. Believe in your capacity to grow and thrive. The only limit is the one you accept is true. Think about that. The only limit is the one you accept is true. So that was my message for today. I hope that that has resonated with at least one person and that has helped you to think about your mindset, where it is right now, how your internal dialogue is speaking, what you're hearing from other people that are around you, how you can change all of those things, how today you can change one thing. And I will show up next Tuesday and be generous with my time and knowledge again and share something else that can help you in your life or business right now. So have an awesome week. Have a prosperous and abundant week. And forget about comparisonitis. Forget about scarcity, because there's enough for all of us in this world. See you next week. Bye for now.